Guys, welcome back. For those who are new to me, my name is Adiola and I'm a Nigerian living in Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. Alright, today's video will be about coffee shops in Merida. So that's why I have to take a quick sip before beginning this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do make sure you subscribe. Okay, and also if there's something that I said that resonated with you during this video, be sure to click on the like button. And if you feel like, hey, I've got some friends who might be interested in this video, please do feel free to share this video out on your social media platforms. And if there's anything you want to add, subtract, or take away from the video, you can always add it in the comment section below. All right, so let's go. I have about 15 because it's just a lot, right? Just a lot. So again, I'm going to be putting their Google page stuff here in the video, right? Just so you can see what it's all about. And you can also go on your Google Maps to just check them out yourself. Now this coffee shops, half of these coffee shops I've actually been to. I've actually been to half of these coffee shops, mostly for brunch or something like that, to meet, something like that. But most times I do work from home. So these coffee shops are also appropriate for working, right? Co-working, because sometimes I've seen people ask about places to go and work out of because they just need a break from their rooms, from their homes, from their living rooms, and they want to go somewhere else to work and be more productive. For me, I'm more productive in my house because I feel like I'm able to control the distraction. Coffee shops, sometimes it's like you have the coffee grinder, you have the cash register, you have people coming in and going out, you have so many things going on. Sometimes the internet isn't that great. I'm just saying, but I'm actually part of a co-working group, WhatsApp group that was started by Leslie and her husband. So every week they usually, for the most part, they usually go to the same coffee shop. Sometimes they will switch and go to a different coffee shop, sometimes up north, sometimes in Centro Merida, just so at least they're able to cover everybody. So if I live in, I live like in Central Merida, so Central Merida is more convenient for me, even though I drive. So to me, the location doesn't actually matter. North, Central, just pick a place. But most times, like I said, I do work from home. But these coffee shops are for people looking for a place to go work out of and that has good coffee and good internet, right? As well to work out of. All right, so let's begin. The first coffee shop on my list here, again, it's not in any order of importance. It's just based on the ones that I've been to. I just wrote everything down, and then I also went on Google reviews to see what's popular, right? Just because I haven't been to a particular place doesn't mean it's not worth visiting, right? And the good thing about Merida is that you have new businesses opening up all the time. So maybe by the time I publish this video, or by the time you're seeing this video, there might be another hip coffee shop that's trending, that's really good out there. Who knows, right? But these are the ones that I'm gonna be listing in this video. Okay, so the first coffee shop I'm gonna recommend will be Maro Coffee. Maro Coffee. Now they have two locations in Merida. Actually, both of them are in Central Merida. There's one on Paseo de Montejo. I'm going to put the Google review here. And there's the second one that opened, I believe, in 2022. So less than 2 years ago, they opened. And I love that location. It's probably my favorite coffee shop in Merida. And sometimes I will host the language exchange at that particular coffee shop because it's big, spacious, and it has this retro vintage vibe, right? I just love it. So I'm gonna put their Google Map location review here. Also, I guess a video of an intercambio that we did there at the Maro Coffee location on Calle 60 in Centro Merida. So like I said, they have two locations. The Paseo de Montejo location, it's the oldest location and it's the most popular. And sometimes when I have to move the intercambio meetings to the other location, which is in on Calle 60, close to Parque Santa Lucia. I usually have to tell people, hey, it's the newer location, the Calle 60 location, because I've had people go to the most popular location because they only think that, okay, Maro Coffee only has one location. Now they have 2 locations, Paseo de Montejo and Calle 60, Calle 60 location. The Calle 60 location is the location that I use for my language exchange when the library isn't available. So Maro Coffee, really great. For co-working, I'll probably recommend I recommend the Calle 60 location because it's bigger. The Paseo de Montejo location, it's smaller. So one time I had to co-work there and I felt distracted because I could hear the coffee grinder, everything. It was just too distracting. But the Calle 60, it's a bigger location. So, and I believe, more spacious, comfortable furnitures, and it's just beautiful in my opinion. So that's the first coffee shop that I recommend. The second one is Cadus Bistro. Cadus Bistro Cafe, and this one, it's a little bit outside of the central area. It's not too far from the Estadio, right? And Cadus Bistro, it's also a really popular coffee shop to go chill, maybe go on a coffee date or even co-work out of. But the only challenge with some people sometimes is that it's small. So if you're going to be going during the daytime, you might not have a space, especially if you are the type of person who likes to spend hours at a coffee shop, right? Then that might not be possible. And they only have one location. So Cadus Bistro. Good coffee, good pastries, so on and so forth. So the third coffee shop is Latte Cafe. Latte Cafe, I've gone there a few times, and it's in the Santa Lucia neighborhood. And it's in the Santa Lucia neighborhood. And this coffee shop, like a few coffee shops in Merida, they offer lunches, like they offer hot meal. For me, I'm used to like going to a coffee shop, you just order your drink, maybe the muffin, the pastries, what have you. But some coffee shops in Merida, they open from like, let's say 9 a.m. to like 10 p.m. So they might serve like lunch items, dinner items, like hamburgers and such. I'm like, what? Right? Latte Cafe, they also serve alcohol as well, like wine, beer, and such, right? So it's more than a coffee shop. And they have an indoor location with air conditioning, and they also have the outdoor location. So if you're going to be going in the evening and you just want to be outside and you want to get in some fresh air, some breeze, some brisa, then you can definitely do that. And I've gone to Latte Cafe for a coffee date once. So it's good for like co-working, coffee dates, or even to host events. So I've also gone to Latte Cafe for a book club event, right? So very versatile. And sometimes in the evening, I believe on Friday evenings, they have live music, right? They have live music. So that is another coffee shop that I will recommend. So the fourth one here is Estación 72. Estación 72, like Station 72. So they used to have 2 locations actually. One a little bit outside of Merida. I keep saying Merida. One outside of Centro. So it's on Avenida Reforma y Colón, I believe, right? That location is still there. And they used to have one by Palacio Musica, so that's like Centro, but I don't know what happened. They closed that location down, probably because most times when I walk past that location, it's always empty. So yeah, but the one outside of Centro, so Colón and Reforma, is still there, and it's like a coffee shop / an art gallery. So they have like art on the wall. They have a few things to purchase as well, some home decor, some artisanal items to purchase from that place. And they have good internet because the co-working group that I'm a part of, they've co-worked out of that location, and they said it's good. It's a good place to co-work out of, right? And again, they also serve hot meals. So if you want to co-work from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can eat your breakfast, lunch, dinner there. It's very much possible to do that. So Estación 72, right? And also, I've also gone to that particular place as well. I purchased frappe Yeah, because usually they have like deals. I think those per uno, so 2 for 1, and I bought like 2 frappes there because I used to go to a chiropractor just right across the street, and so I bought 1 frappe for myself and 1 for the other like physiotherapy assistant there. So yeah, but anyway, that was a while ago. Okay, so the 5th one is Mercy, right? I believe they have 2 locations, one in the north and one in Centro Merida. So Paseo 60, right? So this particular one I haven't been to, although I've passed by it because Paseo 60 is not too far from where I live, and I go there once in a while. But based on their Google review ratings, I'm adding them to this list, right? So it looks like, they have very good ratings in terms of their meals and coffee, and also it's a good place to also co-work out of. Again, I'm gonna put their Google reviews up here as well. Number 6 is Vitology. Vitology is very popular amongst the co-working group that I'm a part of. And Vitology, it's in the north of Merida. Again, I'm going to put the Google review page up here as well. So Vitology, it's actually a regular restaurant, but I don't know why it's really popular amongst the co-working group I'm a part of. I believe it's based on their fast internet and the fact that they have many plugs, right? So areas where you can plug in your laptop, right? And yeah, it looks very great. It looks very chic. Again, I haven't been to this particular one, but I see it recommended a lot in the co-working group that I'm a part of. All right, so the 7th one is Artisanal Bakery and Cafe, right? Artisanal Bakery and Cafe. So it's mainly like a bakery shop with a coffee shop aspect. And this place also, it's usually recommended by the co-working group that I'm a part of. So again, I haven't been to this particular location yet, but I know the co-working group, they've been there, a few times in the past, right? Again, a great place for good food, coffee, and also to co-work out of, or just to go chill with a friend, go on a coffee date or what have you at that particular location. All right, so the 8th one is Avelina and Maria. Avelina and Maria, and this, it's like restaurants, coffee shop, and a bookstore all in one place, and it's in Paseo 60, right? And I've been to this place once or twice for a language exchange group that used to meet there. And this location is fairly new. It's fairly new, and yeah, and they have, one thing I love about this place is that they have something for everybody: low budget, mid budget, high budget, for the drinks and what they have there as well, right? But based on the reviews, because even somebody placed an order, right? I think the one review that kept coming up very often is the portion of the meal, right, compared to what you pay for, right? So that's definitely one thing that I noticed. Even somebody ordered, I can't remember what this girl ordered, and I was like, oh really, that's it for this much? But if you're only going to be going there for the drinks, right, the coffee, usually what I find about Merida is that the prices are controlled, right? So coffees are usually like 70 pesos, 75 maximum 80 pesos, for, let's say, cappuccino, for example, right? Cappuccino, frappes, or something like that. And yeah, and the decor, the decorations, the furnitures at this particular place, it is completely comfortable, right? And yeah, so I've been to this place like 2 times already, Avelina and Maria. So it's like a coffee shop and a bookstore at, in the same location. All right, the 9th place is Pan and Coffee. So coffee spells Koffe, right? Pan and Coffee. I've only been to this place once because the timing, so they only open from, I believe, 8 a.m. or something to like 2 p.m. And usually for me, I don't leave my house till like 4 or 5 p.m. So it's like a brunch style coffee shop, right? So that's why they close by 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. they're closed. So if you are looking to co-work, or you just want to get out of your house in the morning, make sure you go very early in the morning. And their bread, croissant, the best, right? Just the best. I can't believe it took me several months to finally go to this place. Even though it's like in Centro Merida, it's not too far from Paseo de Montejo, right? Paseo Montejo, it's not too far from it. And it's in this colonial style home, style mansion. And so it's like 2 floors. The second floor, it's like co-working style, right? For people to like co-work out of or just work on your laptop on the second floor of the structure of the building. Because like I said, it's in an old colonial house, and usually the old houses, they have really high ceiling, like almost 2-story. So sometimes people will just, they'll convert it into like two levels, right? So pan and coffee, good coffee, and also their bread, like their bread products, also good as well. But make sure to get there like as early as like 8 or 9 a.m. because they have to close by 2. And I believe on the weekend they close by 2:30, right? So make sure you get there very early in the morning. The 10th place is Sampere, right? Sampere, this place, it's on Calle 62, Calle 62 in Centro Merida, and it's very easy to walk past it because it's on the second floor of the building, and they only have like a really tiny sign outside of the building, like a tiny sign. So, but one time I went in to go check it out, see what it's like, and it's actually pretty cool. So it's set up, again, Sampere, it's like Aina Maria, meaning that it's a coffee shop / a bookstore all in one place, right? So they have the bookstore aspect on one side, and then they have the coffee shop on the other side. But the only difference is that they have books, like old vintage books, that you can actually just go through, right? And sometimes people will bring old books, they will just donate them to the library. So you can just go there, order your coffee with croissants, and just pick a book and just read through it, right? And it's a much older establishment. So they have like vintage looking furnitures, and it's like a whole vibe, right? That's another place in Centro Merida to just go chill for the day, right? I saw a couple people working out of their laptops when I went, so the internet probably is good. The 11th place is Manifesto. Manifesto, like Maro Coffee, they have 2 locations as well, right? One in Centro Merida, it's like in the Santiago area. It's a smaller location. And then the other one, which I've been to like 2 or 3 times in the past, it's in Colonia, Mexico. So it's not too far from the immigration office of Yucatan, right? And it's a bigger location. They have like an outdoor area. So in the evening, you just want to get in some fresh air, or if it's in the daytime when it's too hot, you can always go inside. And I know someone who goes there very often. So, and he goes there to co-work. So the internet there is top notch. Oh yeah, I've also gone there once to work out of, because we had a hurricane. Yeah, this was back in 2021. And so the power went out in my neighborhood. So I just packed up my things and I just went to Manifesto to work out of, because, well, they had power, right? And my favorite drink is the Oreo cookie frappe. I think, yeah, that's my favorite drink at Manifesto. Again, it's a good place to like have like small events, go on a coffee date, co-work, just go there and chill on a lovely Wednesday or something like that, right? So Manifesto, they have 2 locations, like I said. One in Centro Merida. Again, I'm gonna put the Google whatever here, and the other one outside of Centro Merida. It's in Colonia, Mexico. All right, the 12th one will be Latte Que. So Latte Que, I haven't been to this place, but based on the Google reviews, it seems very popular. Merida has too many coffee shops. It's like, you know, you really have to like take out some time to go visit them, because there are so many of them. And usually most times I usually go to the same places. But Latte Que, it's also another place that I recommend. Again, it's based on the Google reviews that I see online. Okay, so the 13th one that I'm gonna add here will be Tino Cafe. So Tino Cafe, I was going through their Instagram the other day, and I think they turned 2, right? So meaning they opened back in 2022. Okay, and Tino Cafe is in the heart of Centro Merida, and it's mostly an indoor space, because the outdoor, really there isn't much to be done there. Opened by I think 2 young guys, probably in their 30s or so, right? And I've hosted a brunch at this particular place. Actually, I've gone to brunch 2 times. So one was hosted by a friend, and the other one was hosted by me. So I hosted a ladies brunch at this coffee shop. It's very cute. Very lovely coffee shop with like good food, brunch meal as well, and of course coffee drinks, right? Tino Cafe. 14th one will be the Extrano. So the Extrano, I haven't been to it yet, but it's a place that I've heard of quite a few times, but I just haven't had the opportunity to make it there. And I checked out the Google reviews as well, because I have to make sure that these places are, you know, highly rated, right? Again, it's a good place to just go chill, go work, and just, you know, change your environment if you're looking to just for something else, coffee dates, something like that, right? Very chill at the Extrano. And the last one here, the 15th one here, this coffee shop opened, I believe, sometime this year or late last year, and it's a Colombian coffee shop, and it's called Juan Valz. And I've been there once. I went there for a business meeting with a friend, and I was actually quite surprised. I was like, wow, like it was, I think I went maybe on a Wednesday, no, on a Thursday, I believe, and it was quite busy for a Thursday evening. But one thing though, they need to work on their customer service, because I was waiting in line for quite some time just to get my drink. And yeah, so coffee, Colombian coffee, and then the pastries. For me, I was actually expecting Colombian pastries like pan de bono, pan de guayaba, some buñuelos, some like Colombian pastries, but no, they were pretty much the basics, like the Mexican pastries, like the concha, they had some croissant and such. But yeah, but I just ordered the coffee. I only ordered the coffee from Juan Valz. And again, it's a good place to go work out of. When I went there, I actually saw a couple, right, on their laptops working, right? And a few people, like some family, you know, they were there just drinking their coffee, chilling, enjoying. And you know, it's a coffee shop, so it's like multi-purpose. And also, yeah, one thing is they don't have enough parking because the location where they are located, even though it's in the north of Merida, so you think they'll have ample parking space, but no. So when I went, I parked on the street, so which isn't so bad. Even though they have a parking spot, but it's so small, and like going in and out to be a challenge. And I remember watching a guy in his pickup truck trying to get out of the parking space. I was just watching him like, wow, you must be a really good driver to be able to get this huge truck out of this small parking space. So, but I am not that great when it comes to parking and like unparking myself. I just parked on the street to avoid that stress. So that is it. Merida, we have so many, like we are spoiled when it comes to just the gastronomy scene, food, drinks, what have you, right? So these are the 15 coffee shops that I recommend. Of course, like I said, they have so many others, like small size, bigger ones, what have you. In Merida, like north of Merida, west of Merida, Central Merida. Most of these coffee shops that I just listed are mostly in Central Merida, with just a few in the north of Merida. So if you live outside of Central Merida and there are many great coffee shops in your neighborhood that didn't make it to this list, please do add them in the comment section below so that other people would also know about them. But I only chose the 15 that I've heard of, that have really good reviews, and that I've also been to personally myself. Alright guys, so again, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Like really, what are you waiting for? Just click on that subscribe button so that the next time you can be in the know. Okay, all right, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.